Hello everybody and welcome back. We're back and we're taking a look at the Dawnwell, the second part of the Dawnwell mod video. So I went ahead and what I did this time around is I definitely worked on the entrance. So we're going to transition right now from where the city is. So the city's towards this direction. And I also did some slight modifications here. I removed some of the elements that were previously at this well, and now it's just nature focused. And there's two ways to come up to this area. You can either come through this sort of like access point from the hills, or you could actually go about it from the other way around. So if you're around this area, you could just as easily come up through here. These are some details that I need to fix. Some remnants on texture work sometimes will happen. And here we are. So this is the entrance to the Dawnwell, what I'm calling it now. It's a reference between, obviously, something like the Sunwell, but not as grand. And so as we walk into the area now, we see that texture work is pretty much finalized, or very close to it. And here we go. This is what we have. So we have, of course, a lot of the magic particles floating in the air. That's something that I added into the environment. We have, of course, a sort of holy ray of light come in directly to the pool, which I think is a detail that really makes it for the area, as well as this golden sort of aura that's coming off from the water, as well from the different particle effects. We also have stepping stones that allow you to come into the water, as well as, like I had said before, you have the clustering of the arcane / mana crystals to the base of the well. And that's pretty much it. You have some of the details a little bit more grand as we look at it now. And I think this is ideally what we wanted to start with, or actually to end up with. So we do have some details along the rocks, flowers, texturing work along the walls, details on the trees that match everything else, markers for the High Elven banners, of course, and the crystals. It's just it took a bit. It took about a day's worth of coming in, tweaking some details, tweaking some things here and there, making sure that we had sort of like the benches for some of the vantage points or natural resting points in the zone, adding just a bit of details, breaking up the rock texture here and there, adding just the general large consensus. These are elements that I have to remove. Like I said before, they're sort of leftovers from texture work. I don't know why they happen, but they happen occasionally, and so you have to go ahead and do a bit of that cleanup work. What else can I show you about the area? Well, I can show you that there's some parts that you can, access, and I've made sure that even if they're not immediately visual, we actually can see some of that detail work done there. Have that be pretty clean. There's some other back elements as well here. Like we normally wouldn't be accessing these areas, but it's good to clean them up and just give them the degree of attention that they would otherwise require. So there's no cheating, just what you see kind of surface around here immediately. And then you go up through this area. I'm still not 100% sold on these banners being here. I might end up removing them. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think that if they're fine there, if I should remove them and instead maybe put some just regular banners here. I don't know. I still have to play around with it a bit. So yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you. I'm going to wait a little bit. It's going to get a little bit darker. I wanted to catch it as it would look during the daytime. So I'm going to come back and I'll show you what this looks like at night. Okay, here we are. This is the nighttime, and this is how the Dawnwell looks like during the night, which is good. It's still quite bright. We still get a lot of the visible particle effects from the magic. Another thing that we do see during the night, we don't see as much during the day, is the glow of the brazier. We'll call it that. For some reason I can't remember. Anyways, here you have them. You have some of the particle effects that you can see during the night. And you can pretty much see them wherever they're scattered. I'm still thinking about whether or not I want to put more of them during the night somewhere else, so we can get more highlights, more details. But no, it looks fine. The water looks nice and shimmery during the day. So and also during the night. So I think that works out pretty well. The crystals nice and shiny. The ones that are growing off the trees are shining as well. So I think we've pretty much done what we wanted to do with this area, and I hope you've enjoyed it. We'll probably come back to this zone a bit later, finish off what I was working off, the troll woods, and maybe just go around doing a check for other details that might need to be added now that we've sort of established what we want the area to be. But stay tuned for next week, and we'll see what I'm going to be doing then. No promises as to what the content is going to be then, but as always, it's going to be WoW mod related. So until then, everybody, I'll see you all next week. Have a good one.